Guys, I went on a date this week and I felt the feminism leaving my body. I live on the east side of LA, and if you don't know what that means, it's sort of like the artsier part of LA, you know? It's people say it's like Brooklyn and New York. So I go on dates with a lot of men and women who, live over here. There's always a negotiation about who pays, and that's great. I like to pay for people, all that. But what I will say is that I sort of fell into going on a date with the most guy I've ever been on a date with. And he's from West, Santa Monica. He's a bro, right? A guy is usually not my type. I cannot remember the last time that I went on a date with a straight bro, you know what I'm saying? But it befell me. It befell me in an organic fashion. So I'm on this date with this guy, and the thing about a guy's guy is he's putting his card down. He's paying for everything. And I really it sort of activated something feral in me, I'm not gonna lie. We went to another bar, and he was gonna go to the bathroom, so I was getting prepared to pay for our drinks because he's been paying all night. Of course I'm gonna pay for the next round. But as he's going to leave for the bathroom, he turns to me and he hands me his credit card and he goes, "Here's my card, get us whatever." It might be time for me to get away from all these, liberal snowflakes on the east side.
You just watched a feminist get restored back to her factory settings in the presence of genuine masculinity. You just saw decades of man-hating reversed on a single date. And what did this man have to do? Pay for everything. Money really is the key to a woman's heart. Feminist ideology can't cancel out hundreds of thousands of years of evolution. Modern women who believe in feminism are choosing to believe a bullshit belief system that doesn't make sense. If you liked that video, then don't be surprised because I predict that we're going to be seeing way more videos like this in the next couple of years. Feminists are slowly starting to realize how much they shot themselves in the foot. Women chose to leave the home and go to work. Now they're crying on TikTok about how much they don't want to work anymore. Feminists told men that masculinity is a bad thing and harmful to society. So men stopped approaching women, stopped providing, and stopped dating. And what happened? Feminists immediately started regretting it and wanting men back when the consequences of their actions started showing up. Have you ever heard the phrase, "Don't bite the hand that feeds you"? Well, keep that in mind for this video, because feminists have pushed an ideology that made women hate the thing that's been keeping them alive for hundreds of thousands of years. Men, this is where modern women screwed up. They wanted equality, and they got it, but then they weren't happy with that, so they demanded more and more power, and it became a toxic man-hating clown show, and eventually, men got tired of it. And this is what we're seeing now, ladies. You reap what you sow. You're experiencing the consequences of your actions. This is what it means to be an adult. But now, men are withdrawing from society. They're saying no to dating. They're saying no to bullshit work that doesn't value them. They're prioritizing their own health and happiness, and modern women are freaking out about it. In the West, traditional masculinity is dead, and modern women killed it. Now they want it back, but they aren't having it. Let's think about the ways women ruined masculinity and why they want it back. But before we go any further into the video, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to JC, who said, "Welcome to equality. Work, 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 support yourself and cats, pay taxes, and retire at 78 years of age. Worky, worky, ladies." Great comment, bro. They'll learn eventually. Please, don't forget to reach out to us by email to claim your $5. As usual, guys, I'll pick one comment from each video. It may be the funniest, the most liked, or one that touched me, so don't forget to leave a comment and you may be our next winner. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons too, as it helps a lot. Now, back to the video.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever.
To start, women said for decades that they didn't need providers. They wanted to earn their own money and be these strong, independent boss babes. They not only said that they didn't need a provider, they also tried to say that women were oppressed and trapped in the kitchen by toxic men for all of human history. Can you believe that? How delusional can you be? The role of men for tens of thousands of years has been to fight off predators and get mortally wounded in the process. The man's role has been due to the terrible work that's necessary to keep women happy and healthy. Men in society have created systems of government and infrastructure to make women more comfortable and improve society. You can easily make the argument that men do this for women and children. This is why men exist. Men have sacrificed their lives since the dawn of time to make women happy, and it still wasn't enough. Women dared to bend this narrative in history to make women seem like heroic victims of predatory men. I can't imagine a more ungrateful view of history. And then women decided that the best thing to do was to convince themselves that they don't need men anymore. Women said they didn't need providers, so the government started giving women high-paying jobs and pouring them into the workplace. Women have been given every privilege and advantage over men. This is why they're rapidly reaching a place where they are out-earning the average man. Women love to say that they did it themselves, but it was men, yet again, that gave this to them. And while women were earning more and more, they still expected men to pay on the dates. This hasn't changed. Now, women are earning more, but they still want the man to earn more than them. This is insanity. Society made it easy for women to earn $200K a year while crippling men in the workplace. But now, women only want ambitious, masculine, and high-achieving men. They won't settle for anything less, but they price themselves out of the marketplace. Well done, ladies. You did this to yourself by listening to each other's ridiculous advice online.
Oh, we're comparing stats. Baby girl doesn't know that I am Tom Brady at this game. Married at 18, divorced at 21. Second marriage, married at 25, divorced at 28. Third engagement, engaged at 29, ended it at 30, but I kept the ring. I'm still keeping Tom Brady on his toes. We should not be afraid to leave these men. We are not stuck with these people. Marriage is not a sanctimonious thing. It is paperwork. It's something, it's a commitment you make to someone. But if you feel like you're not getting anything from that commitment and you're trying, you gotta go. You gotta go. You have to go. I know it's difficult to fill out paperwork and to make appointments and to do all of these things, but this is your fucking life. Do you want to be stuck with someone? Period. Do you want to be stuck with someone?
Honestly, if you listen to Mia Khalifa the porn star's advice on relationships, you deserve that divorce. And on the subject of dating, modern women have made it impossible to approach them without having a terrible rejection or public humiliation in front of people. Most men find the idea of approaching women to be too much of a risk. Since the whole Me Too movement convinced a generation of women that men are sexual predators, approaching men is like inviting a sexual assault allegation. Approaching women used to be seen as a normal thing to do to meet women. It used to be completely normal for a man to walk up to a woman and strike up a conversation. But Me Too completely changed the dating market and made it literally dangerous for men to approach women. It's now a serious threat to a man's reputation if a woman acts badly towards you. And everyone will believe the woman's story no matter what she says. Men realize that approaching women is a bad idea all around. You just don't know what kind of person she is. In other countries that haven't been affected with the toxic woke feminism, approaching women can be a fun and exciting experience. Even if you don't get a strong positive reaction, you'll still have an enjoyable conversation. But now Western society has become toxic towards men, and we feel that. We're not stupid, and we refuse to participate and approach women who hate us. We aren't interested in walking up to a woman who dislikes us because we exist, just to fuel their ego, and just so they can make a TikTok about it later. Here's another hypocritical and confusing thing that I've noticed about modern women. They want men to act like men while refusing to act like women. Modern women do not understand what men want. They simply don't care and they don't want to know. We live in a society that doesn't care about men's issues unless it affects women. Feminism has been telling women to act like men for decades. This is what women are told on podcasts and YouTube now. In order to compete in a man's world, you've got to be more like a man. You've got to think like a man, earn more money than men. You even need to compete with men and beat them in sports. Guys, we all know how that goes down.
Men always say how women's soccer sucks. Then come to the field and try it with us.
That's right, professional women's soccer players got beat by boys. The point is, women have been told they should act like men, and now they're shocked that men don't want to date them. Here's something I guarantee you've heard before. Men don't want to date a successful woman because they're intimidated and it threatens their masculinity, and this is completely naive. Men don't want to date successful, independent women because they're more expensive. Strong, independent woman is a code word in the society for bitter, controlling, resentful, and disagreeable. This is what happens when a woman tries to be a man. She goes against her nature in a way that makes her as miserable as the men she comes into contact with. Strong, independent women are going on TikTok asking where all the good men are. What she means is she wants a strong masculine man to take care of her. But here's the thing. A strong masculine man does not want to date a strong masculine man. And this is what most of these women are. They absolutely refuse to be feminine or soft because they see it as a weakness. They look at the women of the past as weak, something they don't want to be. So, their only option from their misguided view of history is to be a man. In order for a man to be his most powerful and masculine self in a relationship with a woman, there needs to be a polarity. This means she needs to let go of the leading role and submit to him. Modern women absolutely don't want to do that. Women from other countries don't view their femininity as a weakness, so they're happy to let go of the leading role and surrender to you. This is why as a man, if you don't have our passport yet, you should get one as soon as possible. I'll talk more about that later. Not only did women say that other women should act like men, women also said that men should be more like women. This is absolutely crazy. Feminism took over and convinced a generation that men are nothing but defective women, and that all of their problems would just be solved if they shared their feelings more. This is bullshit. It's true that men need their spaces to be able to share their problems. If you want to be the best version of yourself as a man and you don't have a tribe of other men, join an MMA gym as soon as possible. But even if you have that, there are real problems men face that won't be solved if we just talk about it and express emotion. Men aren't women. We don't deal with things in the same way. The most toxic part of this idea from feminism is the idea that men who share their emotions are more desirable. Any man who's ever cried in front of his girlfriend knows how that can go down. She might show some support and tolerate it in the moment, but you're playing a brutal game. It's possible that her perception of you is changed forever. Don't believe me? There are countless examples of this on Reddit where women anonymously share their true feelings about it. Let me read a little from this confession where a man cries over his sick mother. Seeing him vulnerable and emotional completely repulsed me. Seeing him in a moment of weakness made me just see him as not a man and was a turn-off romantically and sexually. After he got out of the shower, he came to cuddle and he admittedly was trying to make a move, but I shut him down. This seemed to upset him more and he went to bed. It's been almost a week and I have lost all attraction to him. Drop a comment down below if you've had a personal experience of this or if you know a man who has. Feminism wants men to open up. Women will agree with this if you ask them, but this is the most toxic and manipulative thing to tell men because women deep down want men to be their rock so they can be emotional. It's common for a man to listen to the lies of feminism and become a soft, emotional man, only to get rejected by every woman he meets because he's too nice. Feminism and modern women played themselves. They called masculinity toxic and ruined the part of men that they want. We aren't Build-A-Bears. You can't just throw the parts away you don't like and create these perfect men. Even if they could, they'd still find something to criticize about them. Women want a man to be their rock. Well, ladies, it's that same masculinity that allows men to be there for you and not fall to pieces when you're going through your crazy emotional roller coasters. Maybe you shouldn't have called masculinity toxic. Women are reaping what they sowed. They attacked men and undermined masculine values, and now they want them back. Be prepared, men. In the coming years, women will realize their mistake and do everything to try to win you back. It's a trap. They just want to have anything they want and they'll try to manipulate you. But they've shown their true colors and men have woken up to the options they have. This is what you need to do. Walk away. Let women tear each other to pieces as you sail off into the sunset. If you're a traditional, masculine man who wants a soft, feminine woman to raise a family with, don't marry a woman in the West. The majority of women in the West are undateable now. Find a woman from a country that hasn't been polluted with toxic feminist ideology. You'll be a much happier man for it. Stop giving women attention. They thrive on the validation of men. Don't feed their egos. We're better than that. Let the women have your simpy soy boys, betas, and male feminist allies. These are the men who will be broke, castrated, and thrown in the trash when women are done with them. But the men who reclaim their power and retain their traditional masculinity will eventually be the winners. The men who have the balls to call out the bullshit and walk away will win. Hold the line. You won't regret it. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.